Welcome to Beyond Astro K. I hope these messages serve you well. Hello everyone, this is Nikki K and welcome to Beyond Astro K, where today guys I'm going to be bringing you the Venus in Cancer transit. So before I talk about what's going to be happening during this transit and these card meanings, I'd just like to say thank you very much for listening to my messages. I hope that they do serve you well. And also don't forget to check out my podcast, which is Beyond Astro K Podcast. It's available on Spotify, Apple, Google, and all other major platforms. Also, don't forget to check out Empath Butterflies Tarot, who does tarot readings, love and general. And also check out Nata for Days, who interviews people on how they are changing their life during the pandemic. Okay, so guys, we have, not for so long, it's just like a month, we have Venus, which is going into Cancer from June the 2nd to June the 29th. Okay, so what this will mean for all of us, like the collective, worldly, this is gonna be more of a time that we're gonna be, because Venus is about, love, creativity, what we eat, also, what our senses are as well. It doesn't mean have to be food senses, in just senses in general. And obviously it depends on where Venus is in your chart. It's going to be bringing out different themes for you. So say if it's like in your second house, it's like to do with the voice. If it's in your, even like your third house, is how you communicate. It can also bring lots of feelings like, charm, grace, elegance as well. It's ruled by Taurus and Libra. So with it being in Cancer, it actually really does like being in Cancer, because Taurus and Cancer, they are very similar, in how they are with their family, when they are with their friends, their elements, earth and water, they're very similar. You will sometimes, obviously there's more to it, but generally they tend to get along very well, Venus and Cancers, because they have the same focus when it comes to like their work. They both love security, when it comes to like, especially their children. It's very protective over their children. So with, Venus being in Cancer for like just a month, this is more about us caring for others, caring for ourselves, but also caring for the family and the home and roots. This is going to be more prevalent during this time. With Cancer's ruling like the fourth house, which is to do with like home and roots, and with Venus being there, home and roots is going to be one of probably of the most top. Also, this is about money as well. So in terms of like investments, decorating the home's going to definitely be our sanctuary. So if we are extremely busy when it comes to like day-to-day activities, whether it's work, dealing with bosses, when we come home, or obviously a lot of us are going to be at home, because working from home is actually the theme from now on, so but we still want our home to be safe. So a lot of us can find ourselves wanting to make, decorating the home, or even redecorating the home just to make it more cozy. The themes also is like cooking up nice meals. Venus, like I said, loves being in Cancer. It is also connected to, the touch. Okay, so there'll be more of a touch, senses, connecting deeply more with our partner. And, going with the Cancer theme, there can be definitely mood swings. Yeah, because when Cancers are like moody, it's because they are picking up energies from what's going on around them. But also there are stirring feelings that they have that can actually make them, come across as very moody, but it's because something is inside them that is stirring up. And 9 times out of 10, this is probably to do with the past too. So these themes can definitely be coming up too. And also, you know, we can also feel during this time, you know, more delicate, you know, especially if the relationship, it doesn't feel safe, the relationship doesn't feel stable. You know, Venus in Cancer can make us have a shell for protection. We can also feel quite withdrawn. And also, you know, like if we don't feel like financial secure, this can make us, you know, withdraw even more. This is a great time to get really in touch with our creativity, that, you know, that's especially if it's what we used to do in the past. So if we've left things that we actually loved, and when Venus goes into Cancer now, we can actually restart it. You know, when if we're thinking about things from the past, oh, I actually used to love doing this, and we're going to get in touch with it. So a lot of us could actually start redoing things, or start to do things that we used to do in the past. And maybe, you know, some of us could actually even think about, or even start doing like a family business. And, you know, because Cancer is the fourth house, it does rule like the womb. There can be lots of discussions when it comes to like babies. So, you know, there could be babies born now, or people could start thinking about, you know, trying for the first child. Or there could be lots of like pregnancies that can come up. Or, you know, or just creating something, because the womb is all about creating creativity. So, you know, that's one of the themes that I'm picking up. Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of like expanding conversations as well. The cards that I have here, when I looked at the chart when Venus goes into Cancer, you know, the rising sign for this transit is, you know, Libra, which is the Justice card. And we have like the Two of Cups, which is Venus in Cancer. So this is about, you know, our desires, confidence. This is harmony, emotional balance. We also have the Nine of Cups, which is to do with, you know, Jupiter being in Pisces. It's going to really help, especially this week during this time. And, you know, but with, you know, with the Libra rising for Justice card, it's actually going to square the Venus. But I'll talk about that in a bit. And obviously we have the Lovers card, which represents the Sun in Gemini. You know, there's other cards I was going to pick, but I felt more drawn to this because this is more of a love theme. I'm picking up more love, which will be going on during this for the next month. The aspects to this is, you know, it does actually trine Jupiter. You know, so these two are going to be working extremely well together, you know, especially working in harmony. I feel, especially with the card messages, it's going to be a time that, you know, a lot of us could actually really fall in love in what we're doing, in our partners, or actually fall in love with someone as well. And also, you know, with going with this theme is that, you know, the 10th house to this transit is Cancer. Yeah, the 10th house is like the highest house in the house chart. So that's what you're actually meant to be doing, what job you're actually meant to be doing, where your career is actually meant to be going. So they actually like conjunct each other. So it's quite a powerful time, guys. You know, so, you know, also other notes I wrote before I talk about the cards, sorry about this. You know, during this transit, some of us could also fall in love with people from like different cultures, because when I looked at the whole chart, a lot of the placement for this is like the 9th house. So, you know, some of us, you know, if we're single, we could actually fall in love with someone from a different culture. We could actually learn from this person, or people, you know, on a intellectual and emotional level. This can help us see through the person that some of us could fall in love with, or even like any studying that we're falling in love with during this time, is that, you know, it can help us see through like our fears and worries. Or, you know, we can actually learn, especially during this time, you know, we can actually learn a lot about ourselves during Venus in Cancer, and find something that we actually love. Also, this is a great time during this time with Venus being in Cancer to relearn something from our childhood, you know. But we can also be quite demanding as well, because you know, there can be some like a demanding element to it in what we love and how we want people to love us back. But you know, we can start to find that we have something really ideal that we also wanted to do, also wanted to pursue. You know, Venus has, you know, Mars is also in Cancer too, so this will give us a lot of drive and a lot of energy to pursue our dreams and what we want, especially if something is from the past. We actually can see that this is actually going to work now. We'll have that confidence, that boost of confidence too. And you know, the Mars in Cancer will give us also that drive to also improve ourselves professionally and at work. But we have to be very mindful during, you know, Venus in Cancer, that we don't actually burn ourselves out. You know, Mars being there as well, it could actually make us, drive us so fast emotionally that we could burn out emotionally too. So we have to definitely work with our emotions, but also still listen to our intuitions, because our intuition is going to be very strong. So yeah, let's get to the cards. So the card messages, you know, so the card message. No, let's get to the aspects during this time. So, you know, we have Jupiter, Venus in Cancer, it trines Jupiter. So this is great for a lot of us to be falling in love with, you know, what we want to do. This is going to be happening all week. So we could, a lot of us could actually find ourselves really, you know, when it comes to like our relationships, it could be a bit, it can feel like really steady. We can connect very deep to our partners, and you know, any worries or fears that we have, it'll be so easy to like communicate our fears and our hopes and our dreams as well. You know, the Venus trine Jupiter also is great for doing any type of, you know, spiritual work. This feels like a really positive time that we can actually pursue this. You know, some of us actually could be doing this today. But you know, but falling in love easily or re-falling in love easily with what we want to do is going to be of great importance during this time. So that is a beautiful trine, Venus trine Jupiter. This can also help us to, you know, like I said before, you know, learn something new, whether it's a work project, something that we actually want to teach, something, it could even be something from far away, something, you know, like it could even be like a new language. This will also help us like with psychic ability. And also the psychic ability can also help our intuition more greatly too. But you know, this is great to like do any type of like spiritual work, and this also does include because they're both psychic, because Jupiter's in Pisces and Venus is in Cancer, and this trine is gonna, you know, if you are doing any psychic work or spiritual work, this will be, you know, everything will just, you know, you'll just basically raise your vibrations during this time. For the whole month, your vibrations could actually be risen, but you'll learn a lot as well. And it depends on your mood, but you know, you can decide, you know, after this transit is over, what you've learned about yourself and what you've learned about things in the world as well, and also like within your, you know, close-knit partnerships. You know, it'll be great if we could actually continue this as well, because this is actually a learning time. We have Venus, it squares Libra. Okay, it squares the Libra rising. So there could be a big element of excess, and you know, pleasing people too much, and you know, not pleasing ourselves enough. The excess could also be in what we're eating, so we could either very much overindulge, and also we could also feel how we feel, and how we are is going to be feeling very different. So this can make a lot of us feel quite it could also make us feel that, you know, quite emotionally unstable. And also, you know, but we can also, you know, this can also show up in also like in finances too. So, you know, if we're not feeling as stable, especially emotionally stable, you know, we're thinking more with our heads and not our hearts, and we are making like a great decision, it could, you know, the decision could be wrong, you know, especially if we're doing any type of like finances, you know, investments as well. You know, we need to connect really much to our heart, and the head could actually get into the way. So, you know, that square, it can feel quite hardcore, but also, you know, because there's going to be a bit of a tug and war. There can also be like a tug and war when it comes to love too. You know, we put in so much emphasis on pleasing our partner that, you know, we forget ourselves, and this can cause arguments. This can also cause some of us to actually, you know, withdraw and not say how we really feel. And this could, you know, just cause like really emotional upsets, you know, with this square to Libra. So it's all about trying to find balance as much as we can, especially emotional balance, you know, and, you know, but, you know, there's going to be a lot, but on the other hand, there's going to be lots of generosity when it does come to love. You know, how we show our love is not going to be fake. It's going to actually be real. You know, this square is also letting us know. We have Venus, it conjuncts the MC, which I talked about. So the MC is in the 10th house. So this is going to be, you know, we can have a bit of a desire to change something, you know. Also, this is about how we look to the outside world, how we look when we are in our job. So, you know, there can be, you know, there can be some expenditure, extreme expenditure. Venus rules, you know, money. Venus rules about looking good. So we could, you know, start to, you know, really want to show how we look to the world. So that's about spending a bit more money on how we look, and, you know, having a bit more of an appetite, you know, on our image. But also, this is to do, you know, we can also find, you know, people that we can actually understand us on a deeper level. And, you know, even like professionally, a lot of us can actually be very successful now. And, you know, because of the charm that's there, because Venus is there and it conjuncts the 10th house, you know, how we approach or how we communicate to our bosses, superiors, they can actually sort of be on our side. So this can make a lot of us have a lot of opportunities. And it is also obviously is to do with how we appear as well. So image will be very important during this time. And, you know, so basically a lot of us could actually, you know, like I said, could get a lot of opportunities because people, you know, will be on our side. You know, we will appear very charming. You know, we're looking our best, we're grooming ourselves, especially because we've come out of the lockdown. So, you know, but also if we feel good, we're actually going to be confident. So if we want something, especially when it comes to like business or if we're investing, people will actually be on our side. People will be they could be drawn to our ideas. They can also be drawn to, you know, wanting to invest with us, or, you know, because how, you know, your look is everything, unfortunately, you know. But obviously, you know, if you haven't got the money, and, you know, just be careful of spending. But some of us actually could spend a lot during this Venus in Cancer transit, because confidence is going to be definitely key for a lot of us. So with these cards, you have the Justice card. So this Justice card, because it does represent, you know, what's going on. So the Justice card, which will be like the, you know, the Libra rising, you know, like I've spoken about it a little bit before, but, you know, the hidden meanings I would say with this is there's going to be lots of, you know, not only are we going to, some of us are going to be getting lots of opportunities, but we have to, whatever decisions that we come to, the decision is actually ours. I also feel with this Justice card that, you know, the Justice card message is also saying that, you know, anything that you actually want, you can get. You just have to be, you know, present within the moment. You know, yes, your heart is, you know, powerful, but also your head when it comes to not only just making a decision, but on even how you communicate. You know, because we got Mars in that sign as well, we could also be emotionally, there can be like emotional volatility. So this card, the Justice card, is saying, you know, charm actually does go a long way during this time. And, you know, you don't have to really go there in order to get what you want. But also, you know, if you want like support, support will actually be there. You just have to actually look for it. And also there's lots of asking questions why you feel that you have to, you know, if you are feeling like quite emotionally irritable during this time, this is about asking yourself lots of questions. You know, why you know, especially if you want to get what you want, but you have to like go to the shadow side. Justice card is asking, why do you have to actually go there? Are you not feeling confident? Are you feeling insecure? You know, Justice card is also like a karmatic card. So whatever you actually put out there, you're going to get back during this Venus in Cancer transit. So just have to be very careful of your thoughts. Thoughts can be very powerful for the whole of June. And, you know, even if you find that you can't come to like the right conclusion or decision, whether it's work, your relationships, you know, really listen to like what your mind is saying, and also listen to your heart as well, and try to find some balance in what you want. If you are craving peace this month, balance is going to definitely be key, but don't go to emotionally manipulate to get what you want, because it could actually be found out too. Two of Cups, which is actually the Venus in Cancer card, is showing us, you know, working in a partnership is going to be very important, because, you know, there can be a lot of insecurity during this time. So, you know, if you are in a relationship, a long-standing relationship, this will actually help you even more. Your partner or your partners, it depends what type of relationship that you have, they will always have your back. They will always be there for you. There's no need to shut anyone out, okay? And also, you know, there are going to be many ups and downs, but as long as you like try to communicate with your partner as much as you can, this will actually help you during this time. And also the Two of Cups is saying, you know, make time for like date nights. You know, make time for date nights with your partner. Make time for your family as well. Because I do feel the energies are, you know, I did feel that a lot of it was love, but I do feel, and I think maybe it's because Mars is in Cancer, this is going to help drive a lot of people to do, you know, get really connected with that, because Cancer is a cardinal sign, and cardinal signs, they are very good business people. This is general, you know. So Cancers make very good business people. So I do find when Venus is in there, you know, how we approach things and how we use things, we have to use it in a balanced way, going back to the Justice card. So if we need that sort of come down, the partnership that we have with our partner, but also there's a partnership within ourselves, it will sort of help us and bring us down to earth. We have the Nine of Cups, which is the Jupiter in Pisces card. You know, I do feel there can be great opportunities that actually come up for a lot of us. And, you know, this is a great time for, you know, especially when it comes to like connecting with like the heart as well, because there are times, especially when it comes to like, you know, investments and business, that we're gonna have to use our head, you know. But then, you know, when it comes to like making a decision or opportunities that actually present itself to us, that's when the heart definitely comes in. So just choose wisely. But also, you know, some of the opportunities comes, a lot of us actually have been wishing for this as well. So they can all come at once. It could be 9 opportunities. It could be 20 opportunities. So, you know, the Nine of Cups, because they're going to be going very well together during this month. So the Nine of Cups is also letting us know that, You know, obviously, you know, choose wisely. Obviously, the end decision is going to be yours as well. But, you know, it's just know that it's a wish, that the wishes that you wanted, they are now fulfilled. But also, let's look at it another way. You know, the Nine of Cups is also telling us that some of the wishes that we have to be also very careful of what we wish for. Okay, because if they do come at once, this can make us feel quite not believing it's there, but also, you know, wishing we didn't have so much that's come as well. You know, because the Nine of Cups card is a beautiful card to have, but we do have to be very careful for what we want, and also be careful what you wish in general. Yeah, be careful of how you are approaching things. Be careful of how you are appearing as well. Then we have the Lovers card. So the Lovers card is all about helping us trying to maintain balance within our heart's desires. You know, the Lovers card represents the sun that is in Gemini, which is Cancer's 12th house. So, you know, when we are spending time alone, we're going to be wanting to ground ourselves, want to ground our heart, want to ground our mind. We also want to, you know, have deep conversations within ourselves as well. Don't be surprised, guys, if a lot of us start to talk too much to ourselves. Yeah, don't be surprised you start having conversations within yourself, just like quiet conversations. The Lovers card is also letting us know that, is also helping us that, you know, writing things down as well, because we are in the retrograde season. So anything that is important that comes up when you are having that alone time, it's going to be very important for you to write it down during Venus in Cancer, because this is quite I will say is a manifestation month. Okay, and it will be heightened because of, you know, the Nine of Cups and the Two of Cups, but also because of, you know, there's a lot of watery energy. We're also, with this Venus in Cancer, is going to travel until the sun actually goes into Cancer, when the sun's in Cancer on the 29th. So this can actually, you know, make things just go really emotional. You know, the Lovers card's also telling us, you know, anything that we feel that's uneasy, anything that we feel that we can't express ourselves, you know, write it down. But also being alone is going to be of, you know, quite great importance too. So even though the energies are really good this month, we have to also remember we are in retrograde season. We also have an eclipse that comes up during this time in Gemini. So it's going to a point, it might affect the Venus in Cancer, you know, because it's Cancer's 12th house. So, you know, there could be missed opportunity. You know, even though we're going to be presented with a lot of opportunity, we have to be careful we don't miss opportunities too. We have to be very careful of what we wish for. You know, we have to definitely connect more with our partner. And if you are single as well, you know, I said before, you know, some of us could actually be connected with people from like different cultures to us, but we do have to feel like a familiarity with them too. So it's you know, I do feel that this Venus in Cancer is beautiful. But obviously, we have to look under the underlying, and that's what these card messages are going to be saying for us as well. So I've just picked out some cards for, you know, some love cards, love oracle cards for all the signs. And, you know, let's start with Cancer first. Okay, so Cancer, the first card that you have is new love. So, you know, the message is a new person has stirred their romantic feelings. I feel for a lot of you Cancers that, you know, you're going to actually really fall. If you are in a relationship, you know, you're going to actually, there could be a theme that you can actually re-fall, if that's a word, fall in love with your partner. You know, your partner could be doing, you know, lots of self-care towards you, or they could just be taking the weight off of you. You know, if you're a working mum or working dad and most responsibilities are on you, you know, your partner could just take the load, or they can just actually surprise you. And it can just really stir up like old romantic feelings that you've had for your partner. You know, it's not to say you didn't love your partner. It's just that, at times when we're very busy in life, especially if you're the main breadwinner, things get taken a back seat, So when it says like a new love or a new person, that could be like, stirring, old feelings that you've had for your partner, and it could take your relationship to actually a next level now. If you are single, you could find a new lover, and this person could be, even going back to what I said before, the person could be from like a different race or culture, but they could also awaken like old familiar themes that you had within yourself, and you could actually learn a lot from this person, and you could just, the deepness that you'll fall in love, the deepness that this person stares within you, it would never leave you for a very long time. It could actually be a very deep relationship, and they could actually help you in everything in your life as well. Gemini, this is also in your first house as well, Cancer. So there's a lot of themes when it comes to like even like your creativity. This is going to be a great time for a lot of you Cancers to, go back to themes that you once lost that is now definitely coming back. And, especially with the sun being in your 12th house, sorry about that, Gemini, a lot of you Cancers can also, the theme of the 12th house is about you going introspective to things. So there is, I feel some of the energies that a lot of you Cancers can be doing. Some of you could actually be doing things behind the scenes as well, and learning so much when it comes to, your life in general. And, some of the energies I do feel for a lot of you Cancers could be, you want to be really connecting to like your home and your roots. So this is a great time to actually be doing this now, but there are some like secrets you could be hiding, but also there are things that you're actually learning about yourself as well. Gemini, Leo. Gemini, I'm so sorry. Leo, this is in your 12th house. So, some of you Leos could have like a secret love affair now, or you could be planning like a secret project, like a secret creative project that you've wanted to be doing for a very long time, the sun is in your 11th house. So this is a great time to be really connecting when it comes to like your groups and friendships. If some of you single could fall in love with someone in your group as well. And, I do feel this, the whole theme, is like your 12th house, Leo, but other themes I'm picking up is thinking about like your finances, and also this is about communicating in your finances when it comes to like your partnerships as well. During this time, there could be some old wounds connecting to your intimacy, deep intimacy. It might be to do with you, it might be to do with your partner. So these conversations could definitely come up now. The card that you have is reconciliation. So someone from your past is returning to you. That's what it says, Leo. So there could be, if you're in a really solid relationship, someone from your past could actually come back up now. But they could just be checking, you may see them on the road, or, they may hit you up on social media. It's to do with, sometimes when someone comes back, it's because obviously their life is not going great. But also it might be just to check in to see if you've actually learnt your lesson. Because remember, we are in retrograde season as well. Also, I feel some of you Leos, you could do like a project could actually be coming back too. It doesn't necessarily have to be a partner. It could actually be a project that you've left, and now it's coming back for you to like revise it, see if you can actually work with it. And if you're single, you could actually go back to an ex could actually get in contact with you, and you could actually sort of communicate of what went wrong. Virgo, this is in your 11th house. So Virgo, the main theme for you, this is about, connecting with like your groups and friends, and your, even your goals. You could I feel a lot of you Virgos could actually be really excited because there might be lots of opportunities that come up for you, especially with like, the 9 of cups. This is about opportunities. So a lot of you Virgos could have that, which is actually really great. And other themes I feel for a lot of you Virgos, like the sun's in your 10th house. So this is about your career, where you want your career to go. So this could be to do with you being people could come into your life now that can actually help your dreams. They could even actually help you to shine. Other themes I feel is that this is about you trying to find balance within your relationship. And lots of communication, trying to find balance when it comes to like partnerships too. But also the other theme is that money could also be on your mind. So whatever you're going to be initiating or starting, this could actually bring a new income, or it could actually enhance your income. The card you have is retreat. So this card is saying retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. A lot of you Virgos, I feel, won't have a lot, won't find it hard to retreat, because you're the Hermit card. You're the sign that actually likes to retreat, because you don't want people getting into your way. You don't like to be distracted in what you're doing. So, if I do feel for a lot of you Virgos, a lot of opportunities could actually come back to you now, or come up for you now. Things that you've been working on for a long time. In order for you to retreat, is to do with you making a decision. You don't want to make the wrong decisions. You like to take your time in what, for the outcome. So this could also be connecting with your partner. Emotionally, partnerships are going to be very important to you. So when you are retreating, or if you need to make a decision when it comes during this transit, speaking to your partner, communicating with your partner, they can actually help you now. But also, you need a lot of like mind rest as well this month. Libra, this is in your 10th house. Yeah, so this is about, your, I feel a lot of you Libras might actually start doing something creative when it comes to like your work. Some of you could actually just be, oh, I'll just do it later, or thinking about what you actually wanted to do. And, Venus being in your, even though it squares you, it can actually give you that drive, especially because Mars is in there too. Other themes I feel, because the sun's in your 9th house. So you could actually, some of you could be learning something that's like something that you've always wanted to learn, or actually, because we're in retrograde, or restart to learn it now. And this could be like a language, a new course. Some of you could actually train to be a teacher. Other themes is like emotionally, this is about structure, structuring in your work, structuring your home, your business, also with your health and well-being too, and especially the rising sign being in this transit as well. This is to do with yourself. So, really put yourself out there, especially if it's something you actually love and really enjoy, Libra. Don't be, try not to be too, confused about what's going on. The card that you have is, stay optimistic about your love life. This is about you having positive feelings, positive thinking will actually bring positive an outcome for a lot of you Librans. If you feel that your love life during this time has taken a backseat, it's time to connect with your partner. It's time to be optimistic. It's also time to communicate, because your main theme is about balance. So connect with your partner now, Libra. Have like a date night. If you've got kids, make sure that they go in bed early so you can, really get in tune with your partner now, and also be positive about the outcome. The outcome I feel could be to do with like you've been waiting for something, or you wanting to like initiate something, but you're just in two minds. You just have to be positive. Okay. And also when you do connect with your partner, they can actually help you as well. Scorpio, this is in your 9th house and the sun's in your 8th house. So Scorpio, this is to do, I feel during this Venus in, Cancer transit, it's a positive time for you to like learn a project, or like something to do with higher learning. Even your beliefs could actually change. Your beliefs could be, You know, you could be wanting to do something creative, but you didn't really actually believe in it, but now you're actually starting to believe in it. There just may be some stuff that you have to clear out when it comes to like your 8th house. This is about finances or even something psychological to do with yourself. You know, this is going to be very much highlighted. So, you know, lots of purging is going to be happening for a lot of you. Other themes I feel is about, you know, your creativity. This is about you being emotionally creative, especially when it comes to like your love life or any type of, you know, skill that you have. Also, you know, I feel, you know, also a lot of you Scorpions could actually be quite withdrawn. So anything you're going to be doing, whether it's higher learning, sorting something out within your emotional state and, you know, your creativity, is going to be behind the scenes. Okay, so, you know, in a way that you might not, you want to communicate as much as you can, but you may not want to. But you also may want to work a lot by yourself when you can as well. The card that you have is worth waiting for. So this is about like divine timing is at work in your love life. So a lot of you Scorpions who are single, you know, because you are going to be working with a lot of things that are concerning, like, you know, your emotional state, psychological, you know, things from the past could be coming up when it concerning an ex-partner. So there may be someone that's actually watching you now, Scorpio, or you could be watching someone, you could be in contact with someone, but I feel that a lot of you are actually taking your time. So when it says like divine timing, when the time is right, when you've worked out all the stuff that you need to get rid of, then, you know, that's when I feel that, you know, the relationship can actually go to the next level. Some of you are some of you are coupled up, you know, everything that you wanted to do with your partner, it's about divine timing. It's going to be working out now. Nothing really bad's going to be happening. It may be just all in your mind as well. But this is also a great time for a lot of you to be creative with your partner, whether it's doing a project together or even, you know, having fun, general fun, you know what I mean, Scorpio. Then we have Sagittarius. So Saggy, the main theme for you is going to be in your, you know, 8th house. Okay, so when Venus being in your 8th house, this is to do with you, you know, working on, because the 8th house is quite, you know, it's a deep psychological, emotional house. So this is a time for you to be sorting out themes when it comes to like your, you know, your finances. You know, you could be like sitting down with your partner now and thinking, okay, we need to pay this off. Even during this time, you know, especially we've got, you know, Jupiter there in Pisces, a lot of you could actually gain money back, you know, especially from the government, or, you know, a loan or anything you actually want could actually happen. You know, you've got the sun in your 7th house. This is about partnerships. This is about relationship. This is sort of urging you to actually work with your partner now. Anything you want to do, sometimes you have to work. You can't do it all by yourself, you know, but you can actually find creative ways to actually bring money in as well, Sagittarius. Other themes I feel is like lots of, you know, you emotionally, there's things that you want to change within your home, like connect more within your home as well, you know. So this could be for you to be reaching out to people, reaching out to your friends. You know, your goals and themes could be changing during this transit too. So, you know, as long as you start to get like some type of balance when it comes to like your finances, and also when it comes to like any issues, psychological, it could be deep psychological, it could be like sexual issues that you have, whether it's concerning yourself or whether it's your partner, you can work it out now. I do feel a lot of you are going to be quite confident as well, because there's like opportunities and goals that are changing during this time. Then the card that you have is getting to know each other. Yeah, so some of you who are single, you could actually be getting to know your partner now. You know, you could, I feel a lot of you could be feeling, you know, I feel a lot of you could actually be feeling, you know, not only are you feeling really confident, but also, you know, you've sorted out certain baggages that were sort of like holding you back. It's making you think on a deep level that, you know, why you do the things that you do. This person can actually, the person you could connect with, they could just be like sort of the one. But obviously you have to get to know each other. And, you know, you'll be revealing deep secrets to each other as well. And, you know, if you are in a relationship, again, more, you know, more deep, intimate conversations you're having with your partner, you know, revealing things, you know, talking about your fears, talking about, you know, your worries as well. You know, you could even find this, I feel a lot of you Sagittarius could even find yourself spending a lot more time at home, you know, getting stuff done within the home, even like redecorating the home as well, changing up the home life. Okay. Then we have Capricorn. This is in your 7th house. You know, we've got the sun in your 6th house. So, you know, the 7th house is about your relationships, your deep, close relationships as well, like your partnerships. So, you know, lots of communication during this time, Capricorn, to connect with your partner, connect and, you know, making things like peaceful harmony. You know, if there's things that you need to do within your partnership, it's time to sort of like buckle down and do it. You know, have fun, be creative with your partner, Capricorn, you know, because, you know, with the sun being in your 6th house, also during this time, this is about structure. This is also to do with you, you know, looking at your body, looking at your routine. So you may even start to, you know, during this time, may even start to, you know what, we needed like a date night. I need a date night with my partner. I don't feel that I'm connecting more with them. I feel that they're sort of like moving away from me, even though I'm working towards our future. So communication is definitely key during Venus in Cancer. You know, yes, you're all about your job. You could actually be fretting about your job for some reason, I feel. Nothing to fret about. This is mostly in your head. You know, a promotion could actually come up for a lot of you Capricorns. So, you know, this is a time to actually really connect with your partner and see if this, you know, promotion that comes up or an opportunity that comes up with your relationship, you know, will it affect your relationship or will it bring balance? Okay. Then the card that you have, Capricorn, is finances and career. You couldn't make this up, could you? You really couldn't make this up. So, you know, it says financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So it's like what I said, Capricorn, you know, your finances is taking a bit of a major theme during this time. So, you know, it's just about communicating, Capricorn. It's about talking. It's, you know, if there are arguments during this, you know, this transit, it's probably to do with a lot of you, you know, not being emotionally there. Okay, because you are interested in your career and, you know, making yourself and your family financially secure. If you are single, a lot of you guys' minds is on your finances. So actually the love life can take a backseat, but it is time to have a bit of fun. You know, there could be some dates that some of you could actually be going on if you are single. Some of you could actually be bringing up what type of job that person wants, but it's a time to sort of relax and try to have fun. But, you know, finances is the main theme for a lot of you. But, you know, it's about balance too. Aquarius, this is in your 6th house, but the sun is shining on your 5th house for this transit. So Aquarius, you know, this is now a time that I feel a lot of you are going to be, you know, with Venus in Cancer in your 6th, is to do with you sort of like trying to relax now in your own way. It's not going to be easy. Trying to relax and, you know, being a bit more adventurous when it comes to like what you're eating. Okay, being a bit more creative as well. You know, some of you might be also, you know, even what job you're doing. I feel that you want to switch things up, have a little bit of like fun with it, you know, even though there may be people around you that may be pressing you to, you know, like stick to like the regime. You want to have fun, yeah? And if that doesn't work, something will have to give, okay? And especially you've got the sun in your 5th house. This is about love, creativity, you know, your love life, even your children. So you are in the mood to have fun. You are in the mood to, you know, do something a bit like out the grain. You know, your finances is playing like a, you know, emotionally, I feel a lot of your finances is taking, you know, a lot of your mind is on your finances. So some of you may not want to actually rock the boat, but you're going to actually learn from this. Whatever's going to be coming up, you're going to be learning. Your beliefs are actually going to be changing during this time, Aquarius. So, you know, with your mind, because you're ruled by the mind, go for what your mind wants. You know, if it's time to like do something against the grain, be a bit more creative in your job, your daily routines, especially when it comes to like your health and your fitness. Switch things up a bit, okay? Because it's what you actually feel that you need to do. The card that you have is attraction. So it says, you know, you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So there's a big attraction coming for a lot of you Aquarians. There's something you're actually attracted to. And this actually could be within like a relation, someone that you know, I feel a lot of you are not in deep relationships at the moment. And I do feel that if you are in a relationship, you know, you need to be more attracted to that person again. So this time it's about being creative. It's about having fun. It's about like not thinking too much about what you need to do to have fun. It's try to go with the flow now. Emotionally, I do feel also with a lot of you Aquarians, you know, this is about seeing what, you know, what you actually used to do in the past that actually brought you joy. Okay, this can actually help with the attraction for something that you actually love to do. Okay, and you know, but you know, especially with the sun in your 5th house, you know, go back to that fun side that you always had, you know, because this can actually help when it comes to like, you know, your routines. Pisces, this is in your 5th house. So with Venus being in your 5th house, Pisces, this is highlighting, you know, your romantic life. You know, a lot of you Pisces could that be at your creative best, especially because we have that trine to, you know, Jupiter in your sign. This is going to be bringing you lots of opportunities, lots of joy. You know, be careful what you wish for. Okay, be very careful what you wish for, you know. The sun is highlighting your, you know, some of you Pisces also could, you know, be talking about, you know, kids or even having more fun with your kids as well, but just getting in tune with your creativity. The sun is highlighting during this time your 4th house. So this is great to be like sort of creative within the home, like redecorating, fixing things, you know, painting your walls like a different color. You know, emotionally you are feeling, I feel a lot of you Pisces are going to be sort of changing what you're wearing, you know, switching up your image a lot. But also, you know, other themes I do feel is that there's other energies I do feel that you're trying to find like balance when it comes to your finances. So if you are going out there to, you know, buy new things, you know, new clothes and that, make sure that, you know, your finances are quite stable, because, you know, because Venus is it, because Jupiter's in your sign, it can make its expansion, so it can just make you spend a lot. And then you find out, oops, you know, I did it again. You know, Venus played with your heart. So you know, just make sure that you have like some money left over, you know, because you could be feeling like Cancer could be feeling very emotional, but also very optimistic and overconfident that something, there might be some bills that actually come. But also saying that some of you Pisces could actually get like a windfall this month as well. Okay. The card you have is soulmate. So yes, this is your soulmate. So the person that you are with is your soulmate, you know. So this is going to make things a bit more playful during Venus in Cancer. You know, connecting more with your soulmate, you know, communicating more, telling your soulmate your fears and worries as well, having fun with your soulmate. And some of you are single, you know, the person that you actually meet is going to be your soulmate. This is what this card is saying. You know, it could just be like a, you know, a bump. You know, you could drop something, you know, you could just like talk at the bus stop, for instance, and you find you have so much in common. If you know, you're talking all day, the person could be your soulmate. So I feel a lot of you are believing there's more things coming to you, which is actually a good time for you. Aries, this is in your 4th house. So with Venus being in your 4th house, it's about you connecting more to your home, connecting. Like some of you may feel quite restless because you want to do a lot around the home. You want to redecorate, you want it a bit more, you know, fun, a bit more playful. Some of you also could be like, you know, doing some type of business when it comes to the home, like restructuring it, breaking things down to build them up. You know, this also could be to do with a lot of you, you know, yeah, going into business. Like it could also be a family business. This could also be like investments too. The sun is in your 3rd house, so this is about communicating. Like this could be to do with like drawing up with contracts as well. So I feel that it's good to get in tune with like your creativity, in order to, like, if you are doing any type of business when it comes to the home, or like doing a family business, the communicating that you're doing and the writing and speaking will actually go a long way for you. Other themes that emotionally you might feel more, I do feel a lot of you might be feeling very like introverted, because there's stuff that you actually have to work out. It's about like sort of like undoing. So, you know, I feel, because it squares you, I do feel that a lot of you, some of you Aries, could be like wanting a lot of like downtime, because things could be really busy. And you know, but this is not to say you don't want to be around your partner. It's just that you just need that downtime. But also communicating with your partner is going to be really important during this month too. The card that you have, Aries, is religious factors. So it's saying that your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So spiritually, I feel a lot of you are going to be very in tune within yourself spiritually, especially you've got the 12th house action going on as well. Like emotionally, the 12th house. So when you are alone or having that downtime to really, like, you know, ground together, you know, you're going to get in touch with like a spiritual practice. Even your partner could be like opening your mind to something spiritual. This could also make your love life very deeper during this time. The spiritual practice that a lot of you, I feel, could be doing, it could also help with making like great decisions when it comes to like business, when it comes to like your personal life as well. If some of you are single, if you are starting a spiritual practice, this could actually draw someone to you that you've always wanted in your life. Taurus, this is in your 3rd house. Lots of communicating, you know, speaking, writing. I feel a lot of you Taurians can come up with so many great ideas during this time. You know, write your ideas down. You could be in contact with a lot of people, you know, especially when you get a lot of opportunities. You know, this is all, the sun is highlighting your 2nd house. So this is to do with your, you know, your self-worth. You're ruled by the 2nd house. So Taurus, you know, this could also, you know, I feel a lot of you Taurians could actually be more, you know, finding different ways to make an income, especially with like your communication skills, also with your talents that you have as well. Some of you could actually start to like do some like creative writing, which will be really good this month. You've probably always wanted to do it. A lot of you probably did it in your past, and now it's actually come back. Lots of ideas come up to you now. You know, emotionally, you know, you're connecting more deeply to like, you know, your old dreams, the dreams that you know, even like, I feel like a lot of friends could come back to a lot of you guys, especially because we're in retrograde. Friends could come back. They could actually help you. New friends could come as well. But this, in the other themes, is that you have to restructure how you want things to be. If you've got a lot of going on in your plate, whether it's work, then you have your creativity. Also, you know, you want to earn money, you're going to have to restructure. So this is about getting like a journal, planning journal, writing down your manifestations as well. This will be really helpful. Writing down your goals, writing down your dreams. Manifestation for you Taurus is going to be really heightened this month. So anything that you want, you're going to have to write it down, because you can forget. Even what you say, even what you're typing out, you have to be really mindful. But also, it's about manifestation. I do feel that a lot of you Taurians, if you actually believe that you want something, you could actually get it during this time. But you're going to have to restructure. You're going to have to go from A, B, C. Try not to do everything at the same time, you know, because, you know, you are all about your money. You are all about how you can earn more money. So you have a lot of ideas come up for you now, Taurus. Okay. The card that you have is playfulness. Okay. So it's saying to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit to and of fun to shine. It's about being playful, Taurus, you know, because some of you Taurus, I feel, could find yourself very, very serious now, you know, especially when you have a lot of opportunities or a lot of ideas, or, you know, all these things come to you. You're going to be very serious. So you find that playfulness that you have inside, because some of you Tauruses are quite cheeky. Okay, so this is about you, you know, being playful. You know, even your partner might be a bit playful to you. You might be very serious. You might want to concentrate on what you're doing. Relax. This month is about you relaxing. Excuse me, you know, Venus likes being in Cancer, which is like your sister. So, you know, relaxing. This is also, I feel a lot of you Taurus could like do some like nice cooking, or even learning about a new recipe. And, you know, laughing with your friends, and, you know, not being so hard that, you know, you have to earn this amount of money. Laugh with your friends, you know, get in contact with your friends, you know, go on to like YouTube and laugh at a crazy video. You know, this is to do with you being a bit more playful this month, you know, even if you've got kids as well. If you're single, lots of flirting can actually happen. You could be talking to like random people, but it's about being a bit more playful, because I do feel a lot of you Taurus during this time are going to be very extremely serious and also very extremely ambitious. Last but not least, we have Gemini. So Gemini, this is in your second house. Okay, Venus in your second house is about, you know, your self-worth, but also it is to do with what you know, what type of creative skill you have. You know, even I feel with a lot of you Geminis, I feel that a lot of you could actually be sort of like experimenting with like different types of food, because the second house does rule what you eat. So some of you could actually start to be quite strict with what you're eating, you know, because, you know, you got the sun in your first house. So this could be playing up a lot with like your body. You could find yourself getting quite a lot of tension. So if it's Venus being in your second house, this is great for a lot of you to, you know, be doing anything, you know, or just switching up something what you're eating. This can actually help you relax. You know, this could actually open your mind to like actually cooking more, for instance, but also can actually make you a bit more healthy. You know, emotionally, I feel a lot of you are connecting more to your, you know, your goals, you know, your job, what type of job that you want. But this is about being playful as well. This is about being creative. This is all to do with like having fun with your, you know, your spouse, or even if you are single, you know, going on dates with people, talking to lots of people, but getting in contact with your, you know, your creativity. What type of creativity did you like to do? I feel a lot of you Gemini, there's lots of questions that can come up during this month, you know, especially with the Venus being in Cancer for the whole of June. You know, there could be themes or feelings that things that you used to love, used to enjoy doing. You probably started it but didn't actually finish it because you were bored. This can actually come back now for a lot of you. And this could actually bring a bit more lightness to your load too. The card that you have is separation. So it's saying that time apart from your partner is on the horizon. I feel if this happens, if, you know, the message here of saying separation, being away from your partner, I do feel for a lot of you Geminis during this time, if you are separating from your partner, like, it doesn't mean physical, it just means like emotionally separating, because you have a lot on your mind. You know, there's a lot of like mental downloads that are actually happening. So you need that time alone in order for you to like transition to like the other side, not in the morbid way, but in order for you to like be happy and be sort of content. You don't want to be too emotionally connecting to your partner. But this is But this is about communicating, you know, communicating your needs. We don't want, because, you know, with Venus being in Cancer, a lot of people can be like emotionally, you know, go into their shell a lot. So you could actually go into your shell, but you have to definitely communicate to your partner. This is what why you're feeling like this. So your partner doesn't think you don't love them, okay? Because, you know, career is definitely on your mind. And also this is about yourself. You know, you got the, you know, the eclipse going on in your sign too. If you are in a relationship, you know, other side relationship, you could separate from your partner, yeah. Or, you know, if you are single, you probably, you know, separated from your partner now as well. So, you know, if that has happened, this is the time for a lot of you to be going within, but also concentrating on things you actually love, and also completing things that you actually love, but also trying to have some fun as well, and getting in touch with that sort of crazy spiritual side and creative side that you've always had, Gemini. Okay, so guys, that was the Venus in Cancer transit, which is going to be, you know, for the whole month when the sun goes into Cancer. I just like to also say, guys, I have put up 2 videos with the June, but, you know, unfortunately I won't be able to put up any more. I know that sounds strange, but there's other stuff that I have to be doing as well. So big apologies for, you know, not putting up the rest of the June astrology. But I will be posting I will be posting some more, you know, happened with the transits with like Gemini, the solar eclipse, and, you know, if other major transits actually come. But just this month I won't be posting up the rest. There's so much I have to do, so a big apologies, guys. But thank you very much, guys, for, you know, I hope that these energies of the Venus in Cancer has helped you. You know, obviously feel free to like, share and subscribe. Check out my podcast as well. I will be posting up some more videos, but I won't be doing loads this month. But also thank you very much, guys, for, you know, listening. I'm tuning in, and I will speak to you guys very soon. Take care. Bye.